Recorded Books Incorporated presents an unabridged recording of Sotheby's Bidding for Class by Robert Lacey, narrated by Simon Prebble. This work is copyrighted 1998 by Robert Lacey. This recording is copyrighted 1999 by Recorded Books Incorporated. A temple to civilized style, the art auction house of Sotheby's makes its money when they manage to persuade those who already have a wealth of material goods that happiness depends upon owning still more. Collectors pay unimaginable sums, be it for a Picasso or Jackie O's shimmering trinkets, because in the end they are searching for something beyond mere objects. They are bidding for class. In this account of the world's oldest and richest auction house, Robert Lacey brings to life Sotheby's succession of clever and colourful entrepreneurs who knew how to read the winds of economic change and sniff out the buyers and sellers of the moment, and learned how to dress their rummage sales for the rich in a glowing patina of scholarship, taste, and social distinction. And now, Sotheby's, Bidding for Class.
Prologue. Property of a Lady. It's a job requirement of auction house experts to keep a dinner jacket and black tie on the back of their office door. Private views and cocktail parties come straight after work. So at 6 p.m. one brisk April evening in 1996, every lavatory and spare corner of Sotheby's, New York, was alive with staff slithering into their smart evening outfits. It was still light outside, and the auction house had decked the sidewalks around its Manhattan headquarters with canvas. To judge from the throngs of elegantly suited people milling around the tents with invitations in their hands, there could be a wedding in the offing. In fact, it was the other ritual of spring, the rummage sale. Sotheby's Incorporated, founded 1744, was preparing to auction the effects of Mrs. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. 5,914 items ranging from her cigarette lighter to her BMW. The selling would start tomorrow, but first came the private view, the chance to view the goods and be tempted into folly. The successful art auction house presents itself as a temple of civilized style and judgment, but its essential function is to uncivilize the judgment of at least two normally balanced people and entice them to bid and counterbid for any given object as far as possible above the price it would command in a shop. The appeal is to cupidity and recklessness. The trick is to persuade people who already possess more than their fair share of worldly goods that their happiness depends on acquiring even more, and the heirs of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis had called in Sotheby's as masters of this game. The auction house has spent a profitable 250 years cultivating the paradox that rich people at heart are the neediest people of all. Voyeurism battled with reverence as the guests filed past the relics, desperate to touch the sacred objects, but knowing there were niceties to observe. These were tokens of Americans' royalty, after all: the president's golf clubs, the desk where he signed the test ban treaty, the children's high chair and rocking horse, and the massive diamond which Aristotle Onassis gave the widow for that troubling but defining second marriage. Auctioneers are like undertakers. They offer rituals to help us through life's less happy practicalities, and the two trades frequently operate in tandem: bury the body, then lay out the goods for sale. "Were those pillows altogether like that in the apartment?" asked one visitor anxiously, pointing at two cushions stuffed together on quite a narrow chair. The Sotheby's expert said he thought he could recall them sitting originally at either end of a longish sofa. "Oh, good," said the woman, relieved. "Then I don't have to go home and try squeezing two pillows into all my single chairs." These browsers were in search of magic. If those pillows were part of the widow's appeal, then perhaps that appeal might rub off on she who bought. So the various lifestyles of Jackie had been laid out and labelled. Manhattanite Jackie, country horse-riding Jackie, book-loving Jackie, Jackie
Sample complete. Ready to continue?